Namaste and Satnam yogis. I am Tracy and this is Yoga Union, where people unite in a quest for wellness of body, mind, and spirit. Whether you're a yoga virgin or a seasoned practitioner, Tracy's Yoga Union has a place for your mat. So let's roll those mats out and get started. Our practice today is one that I taught last week to a group of 5-year-olds and up at Happy Goat Lucky Yoga. So this flow is appropriate for younger kids or older adults. Completely up to you. And as we get started, if you have a block, I'm sitting on mine right now. You could grab that. If you don't have that prop, a nice thick hardbound book would do the same thing to help extend our reach. We'll be using that block if needed for one of our balance postures. And once you have that mat out and that prop if you'd like it, then find a comfortable seated position. That seated position might be with legs folded, legs straddled, legs out to the side, out in front. So where the legs are isn't as important as the spine. In your comfortable seated position, is your spine nice and straight? Are the shoulders relaxed down? How about that chin? Is it nice and level? Palms could be resting down or maybe even up somewhere comfortably. Relax that face, and if you like, close those eyes. We'll start to focus on our breath to help quiet body, mind, and spirit. Remembering that as we inhale, we do so through the nose and we fill up that low belly area. As we exhale, also through the nose, pull that belly button back to the spine. Yoga in Sanskrit means union. So we're taking a few quiet, still breaths to unite body, mind, and spirit. And we want to keep that union, that stillness, when we do get ready to flow and move through some postures. Now we're going to incorporate some finger tap breathing. This is a good breath for kids and adults alike to help focus, to help calm, to help end maybe some agitation that you're feeling. So we'll bring the thumb and pointer finger together as we inhale and exhale. Thumb and middle finger touch as we inhale and exhale. Thumb and ring fingers touch on that inhale and exhale. Thumb and pinky touch on that inhale and exhale. Come back to thumb and pointer finger, inhaling and exhaling. Thumb and middle finger. Inhale and exhale. Thumb and ring finger. Inhaling and exhaling. Thumb and pinky as we inhale and exhale. And as we come back to thumb and pointer finger, I'll let you walk yourself through one more round of finger tap breathing. Making it our goal to keep that quiet and stillness as we move on to our backs for some gentle stretching. On those backs, let's take a full body stretch, reaching out fingertips, to toe tips. As we exhale, let's curve the body to one side, imagining it looks like a banana or a giant letter C. Inhale, center. Exhale, curve that body in the opposite direction. Again, imagining you can see the shape of a letter C, or maybe a big old banana. Let that inhale bring us back to center. On an exhale, let's hug the right knee into the chest. Keep that left leg straight. And we're going to circle the right ankle in one direction. Reverse the circles of that right ankle. Inhale, let's stretch out through the sole of the foot. Straightening that right leg. Then point the toes to the sky. Flex. Point and flex. Hug that right knee into the chest again. Go ahead and tee your arms. And then exhale, drop that right bent knee across the body. You can turn your head to look in the opposite direction. For a nice little twist here. And always you're welcome to keep those eyes closed and just focus on the breath. Let's inhale, bring that knee to center. Exhale, straighten the right knee out and let's stretch from fingertips to toe tips again. Just make it a nice straight line with the body. Next exhale, go ahead and hug the left knee into your chest now. Keep the right leg straight. And we're going to circle the ankle of our left foot. Change the direction of your circles there. And then we're going to stretch out through the sole of that left foot. And then point the toes to the sky. Flex and point. Flex and point. Go ahead and hug that left knee into the chest again. Make your arms like a letter T. And as you exhale, go ahead and drop that bent left knee over the body. And if it's comfortable for your neck, turn and look over the opposite shoulder. So the knee is pointing in one direction. Your head's looking in the opposite, making a twist here. Use that inhale, bring your knee back to center. Exhale, stretch out one more time, fingertips to toe tips. You can bend both knees, soles of the feet on the mat, so we can roll over to one side. Just kind of keep rolling. I'm going to come onto all fours. So we're making our body now look like a tabletop. We're going to move the spine with the breath. So as we inhale, go ahead and lift that chin up and drop your belly. On your exhale, tuck your chin and round your back up. Inhale allows that chin to lift and the belly to drop. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest and round your back up. One more. Inhale, lift your chin, let that low belly drop. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, round that back up. Bring your spine back to neutral. Just go ahead and step your hands out about a handprint. Tuck your toes under. Push your bottom up. This is called down dog, or it could be called a triangle. So imagine right now that your body looks like a triangle. Your bottom is the top of the triangle. Your feet and your hands are the bottom parts of that triangle. And then walk your hands and feet together, or maybe just walk those feet up to your hands. Let that body hang, let that head be really heavy. You could sway a little bit from side to side. And then as you inhale, just one part of the spine at a time, start to roll up to standing. This is called mountain pose. Our feet are level or in line with our hips there. Arms are resting at your sides. Palms can be shining forward if you like. That spine, as we did when we were sitting, is straight. Shoulders are relaxed. That chin is nice and level. Face is relaxed, eyes closed if you're comfortable with that. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose as we fill up and empty out that low belly. Mountain pose. On your inhale, start to sweep those arms out and up overhead. Bring those palms together. You can even look up, a little bend in that low back, a little curve. On an exhale, keep those palms together and bring them to your heart center. Gonna try and balance on our left leg. So start to bring more awareness into that left leg. We're gonna bend the right knee up and out to the side. So the right knee is bent and lifted. Palms are at our heart center for tree pose. Exhale, start to release things down. And we'll try that tree pose on the opposite side. So start in our mountain first. Then inhale, arms up overhead like we're making a peak of the mountain. Look up. Maybe put a little curve in your low back. Your palms are together as you're looking up overhead. Now exhale, keep those palms together, bring them to your heart center. We're gonna balance on that right leg, which means we're gonna bend the left knee up and then out. You can place the sole of your foot down by the calf and the ankles, or up a little bit higher, whoops, on that calf for tree pose. And on that exhale, release the hands, the foot down. We're gonna step our feet nice and wide. We want to keep the outer edges of our feet in line with the shorter edge of your blanket or mat. And then we're going to turn those toes. So the right toes, we're going to turn to face the short edge. Our back toes, just turn those in a little bit. Keep your body facing front. Inhale your arms to make another T. Look out over those right fingertips. As you exhale, start to reach those right fingertips to the right. When you can't reach anymore, let that right hand come down to your shin and then lift those left fingertips up to the sky. This is also called triangle pose. See if you can imagine that your legs now are making the shape of that triangle. You can be looking up at your lifted fingertips or down at your toes. To release, go ahead and look down at those toes. Use your inhale to float on up. You can release that T down of our arms. And then we're going to alternate how our feet look. So turn the right toes in, left toes out. Make sure your hips are facing the front. Go ahead and make your arms into that T shape again. Look out over the left fingertips now. Start to exhale as you reach towards the left. When you can't reach anymore, go ahead and place those left fingertips on the shin. And then those right fingertips are reaching for the sky. Again, this is triangle pose. You can look up at the lifted fingertips or down at your toes. Just remember to breathe. Release, look down at your toes. Inhale. Let that inhale lift you up. Drop those arms down. Toes back to the front of the mat. Let's just heel, toe in. Maybe shake things out a bit. If you have that prop, the block or the hardbound book, now would be the time to grab that for our next posture called half moon. Now this is a tricky one. So what this block will do, we're going to leave it in our right hand for right now. The block will help extend the length of our hand. So we'll give this one a try. No, it's challenging, but I know we're up for that challenge, right? So our stance, the way we're going to begin, should feel a little familiar. It's that triangle stance again. So we're stepping our legs wide, and then we're going to take those back toes and turn them in a bit. Our front toes all the way facing forward, but we still keep the body facing front. Inhale those arms to a T. That blocker book is in the right hand. So we're going to look to the right. Here we want to bend that knee just a bit and start to kick up off of that left. And we begin to place the right hand or the block down. Straighten out that knee that we were bending to kind of push ourselves into what is called the half moon balance. The lifted leg can be lifted coming straight out of the hip. If it's a little lower, no problem. To release, bend that right knee again. Kind of tips you upright. And then we'll reverse. So union also would mean that things are balanced, right? If we're uniting things, we want to keep them balanced as well. So we're going to move that block from right to left hand. We're going to turn our right toes in, the left toes out. Keep the body facing the front. Make a T. Look to that block. Start to bend the left knee and right, we're going to tip ourselves forward here so that hand or block finds the floor. Once it does, we can straighten out the bend in that left knee. Fingertips can reach up to the sky like we did in triangle. Maybe you want to put your hand on your hip. You could also straighten out that arm so it's extending out like the leg. Release, bend that left knee again, kind of tip us back upright. And there we did our half moon pose on both sides. Nice job. So that block, we're done with it for now. We're going to try and put those things all together in a minute. So let's place that block up on the right hand, up at the right top part of our mat there. Our feet have been hip width apart. They've been nice and wide. Now we're going to bring those feet so that the inside parts are touching. Inhale those palms to our heart center again. Exhale, pretend that there's a chair behind you and you're going to sit your bottom down on that chair. Bending those knees. Now we're going to bring the left elbow over to the right knee. This is our prayer twist. Use your inhale, stay seated, palms to center. Exhale. Now let's bring that right elbow to the left knee. So keeping those palms together at our heart center. Trying to find that imaginary seat as we twist. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, straighten out the bend in those knees. Release your hands down and Yeah, shake it out. So we did each posture on the right and the left side. So what we're going to try now is to do all of them one after the other to the right and one after the other then to the left. So flow them all together on one side and then the other side. So right now we should feel pretty balanced, right? We've done everything equally on the right and the left side. So after we finish the right side, we'll probably feel a little unbalanced until we do all that good stuff on the opposite side. So starting in our mountain, those feet are hip width distance apart, straight back, arms at your sides. Now put a peak on that mountain by inhaling, arms up overhead. Exhale, bring those palms to heart center. Tree pose, bending that right knee up and out. Exhale, start to tee those arms and just bring those legs wide. Back toes in, right toes pointing to the front. As you exhale, start to reach to the right. When you can't reach anymore, release the right hand down to your shin. Right finger or left fingertips to the sky. Here's our triangle. Now, I think our half moon will be a little easier at this point. So we're in our triangle. Grab for that block if you have it. Bend that knee. Kind of push off with that back leg to lift it up. And here is our half moon balance. Bend that front knee. Bring it up. Heel toe everything in, bringing those palms to heart center. Sitting back in that imaginary chair. Bringing that left elbow to the right knee for our prayer twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, unbend those knees. Step those feet just a little bit apart. Find that mountain. Real quick, let's move our block to the left front of that mat. Coming back to our mountain here. Inhale, arms up overhead to put a peak on that mountain. Exhale, bring those palms to heart center as we bend and bring out to the side the left knee for our tree pose. Just start to step that left leg out, the right, tee those arms, start to reach for the left, and come down to our triangle on this side. And from triangle, that half moon. So look for that block. Bend the left knee. Push off with the right leg. Find that half moon balance here. Bend the left knee again to step on down. Palms to heart center. Kind of heel toe it in. And our prayer twist. So right elbow to left knee. Inhale, center. Exhale. Straighten out those knees. Come back to our mountain, stepping those feet just a little bit apart. And then shake it out a bit. Looks like I need to check my camera real quick. There we go. So we're going to come down to the mat. Bring our bottoms a little closer. We'll do that with just a little sun salutation. So come to the top of your mat, whichever you want that to be. Since the block's up here, I'm going to come this way and move that block out of the way a bit. So for our sun salutation, feet are hip width apart again. Inhale those arms out and up overhead, making a peak on that mountain. Exhale, bring those palms through to heart center. But instead of tree, we're going to hinge and fold forward. And then you can release those hands, arms can just hang, head is heavy. This is the ragdoll. And put your fingertips on either side of your feet. Step one foot back and the other to find that down dog or that triangle that we made at the start of class, where our bottom is the top of the triangle, our hands and feet are the two bottom edges of that triangle. And then bend your knees to find our tabletop again. We'll do a few more rounds here of our cat-cow. So remember, our inhale, we lift that chin and let that belly drop. Exhale, bring your chin to your chest, round that low back up. Inhale, lift the chin, let your belly drop. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, round that low back up. One more inhale to lift your chin and let the belly drop. Exhale to tuck and round. Bring your back to neutral like a tabletop would be. And we're going to come to seated. This time we want our legs to be straight out in front of us. And we're setting up for what is called staff pose, or we're going to make ourselves look like a big giant letter L. Now as we move here, see what it feels like to just kind of, let your back slump, let your legs kind of flop out. So you're not doing too much here. There's really nothing, you're not holding on to anything. Your posture's not nice. You're not creating any resistance anywhere in your body. So let's try and make this a posture that creates some strength, that takes some effort. So start by really straightening out your spine. Make it nice and straight. Let your shoulders relax down. Let your chin be level. Your arms, they're not going to hold you up in any way, so they can be here or here, but they're not doing any work. Right now it's your back and your core. Imagine there's a string, the crown of your head, pulling your spine nice and straight. Now let's work on those legs. So the soles of your feet, if there were a wall in front of you, your feet would be pushing on that wall. The backs of your legs are all kind of pushing on the mat, the floor. Toes pointing up. something's pulling on the soles of the feet out. Pulling up on the crown of the head for our staff pose. This part of your body, from your crown here to your waist, keep that engaged. Let's bring the soles of our feet together. Interlace your fingers. Grab onto those toes. Let the knees drop to either side. This is called our butterfly. So our legs here, our bent knees are the wings of the butterfly. Think about your chin. We're not tilting it back. We're not tucking it in. Nice and level. Release those hands from your toes. Let's cross the right in front of the left. So this is cross-legged, easy seated pose. Let's bring the right arm. And let's do this. Let's bring the left arm down and stretch out over with the right arm. So the right leg is in the front. We're stretching out the right side of the body here. Try and keep your arm and ear close together. Inhale, release that right arm down. Now we're going to take both of our hands and we're going to weave them underneath our legs there. We're going to hold on there and tilt back on our bottoms for flower pose. So you might be leaning back on your bottom, but you're not letting your back round. Keep that back nice and straight. Let that chin be level, not back or tucked. Now release that flower down. And let's put the left leg in front of the right now. Put the right arm down. Stretch that left arm up and over. So we're stretching out now the left side of the body. Trying to keep the ear and the arm touching. Inhale to release. And let's try the flower pose with the left leg in front. So bring those arms underneath. Grab on. Balance on our bottoms there. The flower pose. It's okay if you're leaning back a little. And we want to keep the spine straight. Exhale, rock it down, unwind those hands. You can keep your legs crossed, or if, as when we started with our finger tap breathing, maybe you found a straddle seat to be more comfortable. Maybe you like this as your seat. Maybe you want to bring your legs out to the side. Just find a position here, seated, where again, that spine is straight, shoulders are relaxed, chin is level. Turn those palms up. Close your eyes. Remember, we're going to inhale and exhale through the nose as we fill up that low belly. Do a couple more rounds of that finger tap breathing. So bring thumb and pointer together as you inhale and exhale. The thumb and middle finger, inhaling and exhaling. Thumb and ring finger, inhale and exhale. Thumb and pinky finger, inhaling and exhaling. Bring the thumb and pointer finger back. Take yourself through one more round of finger tap breathing. Keeping things calm, quiet, still. We'll run down to our backs again. We're going to move through that stretch sequence again. So inhale your arms up overhead as you stretch out from toe tips to fingertips. Curve the body to one side, making a giant letter C, or imagine a banana here. Inhale to center and exhale as you curve the body in the opposite direction. Inhale back to center. Keep that left leg straight. Hug your right knee into the chest and make some circles with the right ankle. Reverse those circles. Then straighten that right leg out. The sole is pointing up to the sky. Then point the toes. Sole, toes, flex and point. Bend the right knee in again. Make a T with your arms. Bring that bent knee over the body. And if it feels okay on your neck, turn your head to look in the opposite direction of your knee. Here's our twist. Inhale that knee to center. Exhale, straighten it out and stretch from toe tips to fingertips again. Inhale, left knee in as we circle the ankle. Now change the direction. Straighten that left leg out, pointing the toes and then the heel to the sky. So we're pointing and flexing, pointing and flexing. Hug that left knee in again. Tee out your arms. Bring that left knee across the body. Turn your head to look in the opposite direction. Inhale that knee back to center. Now as we exhale, both legs are going to be straight, but we're going to have a comfortable distance between those legs. Our arms are going to be at the sides of our body, also a comfortable distance from each side. And this is our final relaxation pose called Shavasana or corpse, where we take just a few more quiet rounds of breath, allowing the body, the mind, and the spirit to take in all of that great yoga that we just did together. Bend both knees with our feet on the mat. And that just allows us to roll to one side, to push ourselves back up to any comfortable seated position. Bringing those palms back to heart center as we close class with Namaste. My challenge to you is to maybe use that beginning and ending stretch sequence as what you do before you get out of bed in the morning. Just a little stretching, a little moving. And don't forget that great finger tap breathing. Anytime you're feeling like you just need to quiet things down, and things are getting a little out of control, and you need to just find that quiet stillness to unite your body, your mind, and your spirit. Namaste and peace.